UFC Fight Night, Whittaker versus De Ridder is taking place this Saturday in Abu Dhabi, and I'm going to be bringing down every single fight on this card. So, starting with the early prelim opener of Martin Buday versus Marcus Buchecha. I'm picking Marcus Buchecha. He's coming from a different promotion, I believe, and he's like a jiu-jitsu specialist. And I'm pretty sure he's like not fully in the testing pools. He's probably gonna come roided out. Martin Buday just fucking sucks, to be fair. Martin Buday is garbage. I just think Marcus Buchecha is just gonna come in and probably just win by submission. And Martin Buday is just a blob. I mean, just look at how he's built. He is a blob if there was blobs. So I'm picking Marcus Buchecha. Second fight, Muhammad Yahya versus Steven Nguyen. Nguyen, however you say that. To be quite frank, I'm not too caught up on either of these guys, but I think I'll pick Steven Nguyen. Fuck it. Yeah, I'll pick Steven Nguyen. I don't know too much about these guys. I'll say Steven Nguyen by like a 29-28 decision. We'll see if that comes to bite me in the ass or not. Ibo Aslan, Billy Alakana, light heavyweight. This is an interesting fight right here. I think I'm gonna be picking Billy Alakana. I think he's just better everywhere than Ibo Aslan. I don't think Ibo Aslan is that good either. And once again, I don't know too much about these guys, but I think I'm gonna be picking Billy Alakana. Here's one that I do know. Amanda Ribas, Tabitha Ricci. Tabitha Ricci just looks like somebody who, like, she fights like somebody who just, like, started going to, like, cardio kickboxing classes. I think Amanda Ribas is just gonna go in and just actually fight. Even though this is gonna be, like, a very boring fight, I think Amanda Ribas is gonna go out there and just, not school Tabitha Ricci, but just put on a better performance. They're both coming off losses. Amanda Ribas, I think her last loss was in January to Mackenzie Dern. But I just don't think Tabitha Ricci is all that good. She has piss poor striking, and her grappling is subpar. I'm just going to be picking Amanda Ribas probably by like 29-28, 30-27. So, yeah. This is a good fight right here. Davy Grant versus Damon Blackshear. I'm going to be picking Damon Blackshear. This is a close fight. Davy Grant has really good striking, actually. But I think Damon Blackshear is just going to edge out this win. This is going to be a really competitive fight. As far as the striking goes, I would lean Davy Grant. But Damon Blackshear has gotten better, and he is improving after every fight. That's why I'm leaning Damon Blackshear, but I could see a Davy Grant win coming up right here. Muslim Salikov versus Carlos Leal. I'm picking Carlos Leal. He's gonna go out there and put the beats on Muslim Salikov. Carlos Leal is durable, physical as hell, and has a granite chin. Bro, you don't want him coming at you at like the speed and the power at which he does. I'm picking Carlos Leal by KO. He's just gonna go out there and brutalize Muslim Salikov. Carlos Leal is gonna destroy him. He's looking ripped too, man. Like, he's very physical, durable. He hits like a truck. I think he's gonna go out there in round one and actually try to look for the finish and put away Muslim Salikov. That's how I see that fight going. Up the card. Right here, this is going to be a good fight. Bryce Mitchell versus Saidner Magomedov. I'm picking Bryce Mitchell. Excuse me. Both coming off losses, but Saidner Magomedov just isn't that good. And he gasses out very quickly after the first round, as you saw when he fought Vinicius Oliveira back in February. And I think Bryce Mitchell is actually kind of better suited for 135 because he looks the exact same at 145 and 135. And Bryce Mitchell has a really good entry on his takedowns, and he's not as fast as Saidner Magomedov, but he has a way better gas tank. And you look at each of their losses, Bryce Mitchell's losing to better competition. He's losing to the current lightweight champ and former featherweight champ, Ilya Topuria. A brutal knockout loss to Josh Emmett, albeit an alright win. Hasn't aged the best, but, you know, Josh Emmett just put him to sleep. And Gene Silva. And, Gene Silva's already in a number 1 contender fight in his next fight against Diego Lopez, so you saw how that went. Yeah, this is gonna be a good fight. And Bryce Mitchell, I'm pretty sure, is an underdog, and I would take those bets at Bryce Mitchell as an underdog. That's gonna be a very good underdog prop to pick on if I were a betting man. So yeah, I think Bryce Mitchell's gonna go in there. He might lose a round, but I think he's gonna have a really good takedown entry. I think he's gonna have way better cardio and pace than Saidner Magomedov. And I think he's going to win a really good 29-28 decision. I'm picking Bryce Mitchell. That's going to be a pretty entertaining fight. Entering the main card, Nikita Krylov versus Anthony Smith. No, I'm just playing. That's Bogdan Guskov. This is who Anthony Smith thinks he is. I'm picking Bogdan Guskov, man. I think he's going to go out there and he's going to win by like a late round 1 TKO. Nikita Krylov is coming off of a knockout loss to Dominic Reyes. And he's coming back a little too early, I think. And I think that's also going to be like something like that plays into like this fight. Bogdan Guskov hits like a truck, man. He hits hard and he goes out there to finish. This is going to be a fun scrap. And I saw that Bogdan Guskov was also a pretty big underdog. I would take those picks or those odds. Are they up? Oh, they're not. But dude, Bogdan Guskov, I think he got it. I think he's just going to be... I think he's going to be too physical. I think he's actually going to try to impose his will on Nikita Krylov, and I think he's going to put the beats on him, man. I see a late round 1 TKO up against the fence. I think Krylov is going to crumble against Bogdan Guskov, so yeah. Osuama Bayev versus Jose Ochoa. This is going to be a very fun fight. Or I take that back. I'm thinking of something else. I think Osuama Bayev is going to kind of make the fight kind of boring. Jose Ochoa, on the other hand, is a very fun fighter. He went out there and put the beats on Cody Durden in his last fight, whereas Almabayev lost to Manel Kape. And albeit Manel Kape is very good at striking, but the eye pokes did play into that, I'm picking Jose Ochoa. I think he's going to be able to go out there, stuff also Almabayev's takedowns. I think he's going to hurt him with a big right hand, man. Jose Ochoa goes out there and he cracks, man. Jose Ochoa is really good just like hurting his opponents. I think he's an underdog as well. That would also be a very good pick to do. But I think Jose Ochoa is gonna go out there. I think he's gonna stuff most of Osuama Bayev's takedowns. Maybe get controlled for a few minutes, but I think he's gonna get back up to his feet very easily. And I think he's just gonna absolutely beat Osuama Bayev's ass, man. Jose Ochoa hits hard, and I think he's just better. I don't think Osuama Bayev is that good. Also, because the flyweight division is pretty shallow. But I think Jose Ochoa is going to go out there and win. He looked very good in his last fight against Cody Durden. Shara Magomedov versus Marc-Andre Barriault. I'm picking Shara. I'd say Shara probably by a finish. Probably like a round 2, round 3 TKO. I don't think Marc-Andre Barriault is that good, to be quite frank. And I mean, I can't go out there and pick a Canadian to win a fight, man. Canadians can't fight. But Shara lost his last fight, and his only loss to MVP, who we all know is like one of the best strikers in the entire UFC, arguably a top 10 striker. And I think he's gonna go out, I think Shara's gonna go out there, and he's probably gonna if he doesn't finish him, he's probably gonna win a comfortable 30-27 decision. I don't think Marc-Andre Barriault is that good at all. Honestly, I think the UFC should stop like matchmaking in this sort of way where they just like they're giving Shara a layup. This is literally what it is. They're giving Shara Magomedov an easy fight, so he bounces back, and they want him in the rankings because he's not a big name, but he's pretty big out there in Abu Dhabi. Obviously, his last name ends with a V, or the Magomedovs, man. But I think he's gonna go out there. If he doesn't finish him, he's probably gonna win an easy 30-27 decision. But we'll see if he goes out there and wins or not. But I am going to be picking Shara Magomedov to win this fight. I just don't think Marc-Andre Barriault is that good, like, at all. I know he's coming off a win, but there's levels to this. I mean, Armin Petro. I know MMA math doesn't work, but Armin Petrosian is a much better fighter than Marc-Andre Barriault, to be quite frank. That's one of Shara's wins. So I think I'm gonna be picking Shara. Co-main event: Peter Yan versus Marcus McGee. Man, I'm picking Marcus McGee, man. Dude, the 34-year-old prospect. He has a win over Jonathan Martin. No, I'm just playing. I'm picking Peter Yan by 29-28. Because, hear me out. I think Peter Yan's going to lose the first round because he collects data. Dude, Peter Yan, he's going to go out there in the first round, lose it, but he's going to collect data. But no, in seriousness, I think Peter Yan's going to lose the first round, and then the next 2 rounds, he's going to style on Marcus McGee, man. Marcus McGee is not good at all. It's funny that they made this fight, though, but I think Peter Yan's going to go out there and destroy Marcus McGee in the second and third round, win it by decision. Marcus McGee is like 34, 35 years old. He's a prospect. His best win is Jonathan Martinez, who just isn't good at all. Jonathan Martinez sucks, if you ask me. And Marcus McGee is kind of slow. And he doesn't have the crafty bag of somebody like a Peter Yan who can do these like switch kicks to the body, these impressive judo takedowns, these slick takedown entries, these like creative combinations. Peter Yan is very creative on the feet. He's an excellent striker. He's one of my favorite strikers to watch, and I think he's going to go out there and he's going to hand Marcus McGee his second loss, and I don't think Marcus McGee is that good. Honestly, I don't know why they gave him this fight. I mean, hey, I know Yan wants to stay active, but this is a very good fight. I will say that. This will be a very entertaining fight, but Marcus McGee is going to get pieced up. And if Marcus McGee wins, that'll probably be like upset of the night. Like, there's no way Peter Yan loses this. If Peter Yan loses this, he's never fighting for a belt again. I'm sorry, but I see Peter Yan going out there and he's going to like just put a beating on him in the second and third round. Yeah, Peter Yan is just very good combinations, very fast, good entries, underrated takedowns, underrated grappling. Just a very like crafty fighter when it comes to like him being able to put out these like insane combinations. So yeah, I think Peter Yan wins this. And in the main event, Robert Whittaker versus Rainer de Ridder. I'm picking Robert Whittaker, man. I gotta go with Robert Whittaker. Listen, Rainer de Ridder is looking pretty good in the UFC, but he took GM3 to a life and death decision. Okay, he beat Kevin Holland. Kevin Holland is kind of aging because Kevin Holland just lost to D-Rod, but yeah, he beat Kevin Holland pretty impressively, and then he like destroyed Bo Nickel. I'll say this though. Rainer de Ridder looks slow whenever he's like taking his opponents down and whatnot. He just doesn't. He looks like he's like he has a hernia trying to take them down. Like, don't get me wrong, he's gonna be bigger than Robert Whittaker coming into the fight. He's gonna be probably a little more physical, but Robert Whittaker is just. I think he's gonna go out there. He's gonna like just be able to keep him at range, throw the 1-2 head kick blitz. He's gonna be able to just put a nice striking performance on him. And Robert Whittaker's last loss is to Khamzat Chimaev, who is just like a grappling wrestling phenom who can shoot from like all the way across the other end of the cage, like very fast. I don't see RDR doing that. And people forget, man, that Robert Whittaker has some of the best takedown defense in this division. Just because he lost to Khamzat, who is a phenom of a wrestler and a grappler, they forget that Robert Whittaker was able to just make Yoel Romero's takedowns just stuff them. Because he's just very underrated when it comes to being able to stuffing a takedown, man. And he's just a way better put together striker than Rainer de Ridder. Rainer de Ridder looks so sloppy against GM3. Like that was like an ugly fight to watch. And Rainer de Ridder is slow. I had to keep emphasizing this. He looks slow whenever he's trying to take you down, like he's like that. And I think Robert Whittaker is gonna be pretty fast. I think Robert Whittaker is a way better striker. I think Robert Whittaker is gonna be keeping him at range. Robert Whittaker has a really good knee stomp too. I think that's gonna be pretty effective going into this fight. What else? Robert Whittaker has a really good 1-2 head kick blitz. I think that'll be pretty effective. Because Rainer de Ridder, I think he's gonna get. I see Robert Whittaker winning by 49-46 decision. I don't see RDR winning this fight, man. Like, I know Robert Whittaker still got it, man. He still has it. His last loss coming to Khamzat Chimaev, who is fighting for the belt next, and is once again a wrestling and grappling phenom. Like, name somebody who can shoot all the way across the octagon like Khamzat Chimaev can. I know RDR can't. I just think Robert Whittaker is going to go out there and he's going to put an excellent striking masterclass against RDR. And the only thing RDR has going for him is that he's just bigger and can maybe out-physical Robert Whittaker. But I don't see that happening because, I mean, you look at Robert Whittaker's fight against Yoel Romero, someone who was stocky, not as big, but just stocky and dense. He was able to really hurt Yoel Romero. And I just see Robert Whittaker going out there and he's going to 49-46 Reiner de Ridder, maybe losing one round. I could honestly also see a 50-45. I don't think Reiner de Ridder is that good. His best win is Bo Nickel. Okay, I don't know if that's his best win. Maybe the Kevin Hollow win, but Bo Nickel. Bo Nickel sucks, man. Bo Nickel is trash. I do think they're shooting him up a little too far, but I think Robert Whittaker is going to make people remember who he is, man. Robert Whittaker is that good. I think Robert Whittaker wins this by 49-46. He's going to style on RDR. So, yeah, those were my UFC Fight Night Abu Dhabi predictions. Whittaker, Reiner de Ridder. If I were to make a parlay, I honestly would put Jose Ochoa, Bogdan Guskov, and Bryce Mitchell, a nice 3-leg. And I think that'd be a pretty nice payout if it all hits. They're both, I think all three are underdogs. I think it'd be a nice little payout. So, yeah, that's what I would do if I were doing a parlay. You could probably throw Robert Whittaker on there to go to distance. That'd be good. Peter Yan to go the distance would be a pretty good prop too. But yeah, those were my picks for UFC Fight Night Abu Dhabi, Whittaker versus de Ridder. And yeah, thank you.